Good morning. Today on the bench we have this Akai GX-R88 cassette deck. It has those nice GX head equipped, yeah, and it's also auto reverse deck. So customer complaint was that when he plays the cassette, he can hear something like scratching or something like that. So let's see and let's investigate what the problem may be. So first of all, device starts. That is a good news. Let's put in cassette. Okay, some interesting sound here. Oh. I hope you can hear it. Let's try music search. Very interesting. I think this will be due to warm idler or maybe something else. So we have to take out the transport and we will see actually what it is wrong. Yeah. So to do this, we'll have to unscrew some screws from the bottom, then from the back, and this lid just slides off. So I will see you when I will remove the top lid. Okay, so top panel is removed, and from there I see that there is kind of a lot of job waiting to remove just the tape transport, yeah. So we will have to lift this power supply board, and as I see that this device was fixed before because I see those BIMA capacitors, and also I see Nichicon gold, and also this is, I think, Nichicon Muse capacitors, bipolars, yes. So somebody was in already. Yeah. But let's not waste our time. Let's remove the tape transport and let's see what is responsible for that strange sound. So to remove it, 2 screws from the top, yeah, two from the bottom, I think. And I think after removing power supply, we will be able to just slide it off a bit and lift it out. Okay, so I will meet you guys when I will remove tape transport. Okay, so to remove tape transport, we also have to undo some wiring. We can for our convenience undo those. Those are kind of easy, just for the reference. Yeah, you have to lift that side up, yeah, like that. 1 more second, like this, and it will be removed, and from now you can just lift up those wires. The same kind of latch is for the cables right here and right here, because those cables are very short, as you can see, and they are going into the tape transport. So we have to remove those cables from those latching jacks. Yeah. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so I have lifted up that power supply board and done some connections, and I think from that standoff point we have to also remove this the zip tie. Okay, and wiggle. Okay, so we have successfully removed tape transfer from its place. Let's look, what do we have? Actually, very nice device. Okay, so we will have to remove that plate from the top here. To remove it, we have to undo those clips. So one right here, one is latching right over here on this bar, and one is from here. Okay. So also let's look for the cable that is going in, and let's undo that zip tie. Okay. Now we have more place, and we can just lift it up somehow. Well, I need both ends, so I will be back when I will remove this. Okay, so to remove that idler tire that I think is responsible for all of those sounds, yeah, there is kind of lots of job to do it actually, yeah. So first of all, if we undo that spring and we will try to somehow push it through this side, it will not be possible, because as I can see, this plastic frame is somehow attached to that main roller, yeah. So in this case, we will not be able, in any case, to put it out somehow or to lift it up, yeah. So what do we have to do? Everything actually. First of all, we will have to remove sides, yeah, side panels, and then we will have to remove those that direct drive part. And from here I can see that this bracket can be unscrewed, and from that point we can lift that up into that position, yeah, and only then we will be able to remove that idler. Not the very best actually engineering, but it is how it is. So let's do this. So I have removed the door from one side basically, and what I can see, maybe actually I will try to do one thing that I'm thinking about. I'll try to remove this this spindle, and then to unlatch that brake, and maybe in this way and up I will be able to slide it off. But I will just try this. If it not work, I will not force anything, so that nothing can break, because plastic of this age is very fragile, yeah. So let me try to do this, and I'll be back soon. Okay, so I have tried that, but it is not possible because of this this bracket, yeah, this brick, as I can see. Because when you try to move it like that, you will be stuck anyways, and you will not be able to lift it up. So let's go with our first plan. So let's disassemble that tape transport more. Okay, so I have decided to put my phone into the stand right here, so you will get more experience, or not more experience, but more view what I'm doing. Yeah. So basically nothing more was done till then. In this part, I think what we can do is lift direct drive motors. So let's undo those screws right here, 1, 2, and 3. Not the most convenient transport to work on, because those wires, they are attached directly to the PCB with no connectors, so you cannot remove them. Actually, of course you can unsolder them, but then just more job will be waiting for you. Yeah? And I'm showing to you the simplest ways. Yeah. So let's stick with that plan. Okay. So direct drive motor we can lift out like that. And what we have to do more, let's undo those 3 posts, and then I think we will be able just a bit to lift it up. Okay, also belt is okay, and capstans. Let's put them away. Okay, so about those posts, let's do it old school style with the pliers. I think that will be faster. If you would ask me why I'm not undoing this part, because those head wires are glued with the PCB right here. I don't know if you are able to see it, but there is a small PCB right here that is glued to that metal bracket, and I don't want to screw around or mess it up. Yeah. Okay, so right now, yes, we will be able to lift it up. Okay, so now we can move it like this. And there is a spring. Don't forget that spring. Where is my tool? Yeah, right here. There is that spring. I would like to show it to you. Right here. You have to undo this and not forget to put it back after you've done your job, yeah? So let's... Okay, why we are not able to lift it up? Okay. Let's check on that. So let's undo that spring, and then just lift this up, yeah, right in like this, and out. And there it is. Actually, that idler tire doesn't look too bad at all. Okay, so we will try to clean this part that is touching that idler tire, yeah? And I have new part, yeah, right here. Let's change now idler tire. As for all Akai's idlers, idler changing method is the same actually. You have to just pry it out, but I think this one is very plasticky. So in this case then let's try to destroy it like that. Actually, for me, maybe it's only the second time when idler tire became as a plastic, and in my experience it is only the second time, as I mentioned, yeah. So let's put it into the trash then. Let's clean this part before putting in the new one. Good. And let's put this one. All idler tires, as I have mentioned earlier, and I think one of my other videos, I am buying from Germany. I have one supplier that is still making good products, because if you buy these from AliExpress or from eBay, from seller that is based in China, then about 90% that it will not fit, or if it will fit, then it will not be as good as these, and that idler will be jumping, because when you measure at one point it is one dimension, there for example will be a bit more fatter, yeah, idler. So this is the procedure how to change idler tire. Okay, I will also put this one into my other repair video, because I have not seen that camera angle is very poor, and actually I have not grabbed good footage, yeah, on that video. Good. Now let's clean everything. Let's use some isopropyl. First about those parts, I think that it will be better to remove it first. Come on, like this one. And let's remove also this one. Just remove that cap, and like that, and not forget that there is a small washer. Don't lose it. Okay, it was a bit dirty, as you can see. Okay, and that part, this will be a bit more complicated, as I can see. Okay, so from there, let's use a bit of oil, but just a bit on right here and right here. Now for the idler tire, let's put it back. This idler is sticking very good. I think we will have much better result. And no strange sounds, yeah? So let's put it back. Like this. Okay. Now the spring. Good. Alright, now let's adjust that part so that it will fit right here perfectly. Again, come on. Okay. Okay, like that. Like that. Let's put in those posts back. I will tighten them up after putting in those spindles. Now next step, this spring. Let's where it is, it's just gone. Okay, this will be a very tedious process to find it out where you are, my darling. Oh, right here. How to put you back? So that I can see you, huh? Okay. Okay, it is in. Okay. What about those belts? They are good. Because customer said that this device actually had full service about 2 years ago, I think. Okay, so let's put those back. Spring, washer, and the top. Good, the same right here. Washer. And the top part. Good. What I would like to try is to use my power supply to see if that actually is good enough torque and so on and so forth. Let's start from voltage like, I think 3 volts. Yeah, like 3 volts. Let's give it. Okay. Perfect. Very good tension. Let's put a bit more volts. Very good tension. Superb, actually. Let's reverse it. Okay. Also perfect. I think we should no longer get those sounds that we experienced in the testing. Let's put power supply away. And let's continue with assembling everything back together. No, whoa. Okay, so in this part, let's tighten those posts. Okay. Then let's oil a bit. Okay, they are different. I have checked because I thought that those bearings are the same, but this one is bigger than that one. Let's use a bit oil on them. Okay. Okay. This one too. Very good. Then goes the belt. Okay. Now top part goes back in, but before that let's use a bit of lithium grease on top of those posts, yeah? Just a little bit. Again, if you would ask me why I'm not changing those belts, as I have mentioned, the customer have said that he have done full service in the past 2 years, I think, and he was not very interested into that kind of job. He actually only asked if I can check that squeaky sound issue from the transport, because it's playing and recording fine, but only had that issue. And as we can see, that was bad idler tire. Yeah. Okay. So now what we have to do more? Okay. Very heavy transport. So at this point I think we can just put everything back together. Yeah. When you're putting this part back, look at those posts. You have to slide it in right here, and also that part. Well, it's just have to be like this. Okay, and click it in if we were able to do this. Why we are not able to do this? Because this should go like here. Okay, so that clipped, and this one also. Good. Let's put in the door back. Oh well, this will be not very convenient, but we'll manage it. Okay, so first of all, that bracket right here. Okay, no, it's not. Good. Okay, now we have to put that through this one. Oh, I think that, let's, okay, like that. Then this goes in that post. Okay, now also let's align that. I don't know how to show it, it's so wobbly. Everything. Okay, this post should be inserted into that sliding washer. Okay. Further. Okay, at this part we have also to move this in. Like that. Good. And from now on we have to put only those 3 screws back. And now what we can do, we can zip tie those so that they will not move. Now let's put back tape transport in. Let's do this smarter way. First of all, let's connect everything and test. Okay, so PSU board goes back in. While we are doing this, we can put those wires back. Okay, so let's test the device. Let's use the same cassette. Good. Fast forward. Rewind. Play. Quietness. As you can hear, very, very quiet. And before we had that grinding sound, grinding sound, yeah. Let's, I think I will move the phone. As you can hear, super quiet. And if we use that music search function, yeah, now it's quiet. There is no that tuck 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 tuck. Perfect. Okay, so from now there is just one more thing left. It is to put everything back together. Yeah. So let's do this. Okay, so let's put everything back together. Good. So from right now I will just put the top lid back and screw it, and that's it. We will just do the final test as always with some music. So till then. Okay, so as always, let's check the device after. Good. Let's remove that lid, and I think that let's clean the heads. Okay, that one. Maybe from the top. This one also. Some capstans. Good. And everything else looks okay. So also what we can do is we can do tape heads demagnetizing thing. Okay, so let's do tape head demagnetizing. As always, don't touch the head, but just very close motions. Capstans. And in slow motion, just go back. Good. built-in headphones, and let's check how the device plays. Let's put back on the door. Okay, and let's play. Okay, so it is playing perfectly fine. How about let's mute it. How about, for example, music search works. Okay, now it's much more quieter and there is no jumping, and also let's wait while it finds some track. Okay, it found. And it started to play. Good. So I think this will be it for this nice Akai GX-R88 deck. This one I think from the era of GX9. Also because it have, as I can see, that quick auto tuning for the recording tapes. So very nice device. Hope that the customer will be happy about that repair. So this is it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Cheers.